Good afternoon. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good weekend. For those of you in the UK, it's the bank holiday as well, the August bank holiday. We're at Birmingham Airport, Pyreegue Devco's mighty Birmingham Airport scenery released a couple of weeks ago. We're on the VATSIM network and for the first time in a very long time back in the Leonardo Maddog MD-82, the dirty McDonnell Douglas twin jet. We're going to be hopping over to Kavala today, northern Greece. It's a little bit further east along the coast from Thessaloniki. Flight time of about 3 and a bit hours. So very warm welcome to all of you. Not sure how to fly this, it's been so long I've pretty much forgotten, but we'll dive in, we'll see what happens. Badger, thank you matey for the METAR for Birmingham. MPS is at stand 4 behind us. Chris, welcome mate. Carlito, good morning. Lazaros, Kalispera. Justin, good evening to you over in Australia. And Canadian Flight Simmer, good morning mate. So we've got, if I just turn, because the Stream Deck's still broken, they still haven't patched it. Let's get the ATC on. We've got a busy London centre. We've got MPS over there. Not sure what livery that is though. It looks like the Boeing business jet.
Left heading 140 degrees off 8320.
Region 9 Eric to Golf 4, you're passing altitude and climb now level 190.
So I've set up a load of new custom views for today. We'll see how that all works. We're going to use GSX to trigger boarding because we've got the people. Low-res people for a low-res cabin. Request boarding.
When ready, flight level 250.
250 is 9 Purple Tango.
69 Charlie Tango 07, clear for takeoff, wind variable at 1 knot.
07, clear takeoff.
Stuff 8320 left.
So this
80 degrees.
Today has the new immersive audio sound pack for the Maddog. Something I wholly kind of disagree with, and it winds me up to no end because open aft cargo and open forward cargo door.
Eurowings 16 Lima descend flight level 220 level by
Not doing it for us again. Like, yeah, this is like one of the most expensive aeroplanes.
Turn right heading up 195. Easy 98 Victor Golf, turn right heading 1905.
In the sim, full stop, and we've got like P3D level crappy textures and really terrible sounds. So Immersive Audio, for example, have bought out a sound pack for the aeroplane. We go through some checklists here. Cockpit brake complete, gear lever down, parking brakes set, battery on, external power's connected, external power's on, POS lights are on, warning systems are already done, air HS alignment's verified, emergency lighting is on, no smoking sights on, seatbelts as required, windshield anti-ice on. Engine sync select. Oh, where is that?
954 Tango heading up 170 degrees.
170 is 95410.
Shuttle 8 Tango Alpha climb flight level 300.
Somewhere. We'll assume it's off. I'll find it eventually. Altimeter set. We'll get clearance from AP Master. Where's the hydraulics? Pneumatic pressures checked.
Thank you.
Okay, AUX hydraulic powers switches on. Okay, later on. Fair enough. Oh. Justin says his Stream Deck died and they've got to replaced it out of warranty. Nice. I mean, mine still works, but I've got the plug-in to Streamlabs has broken. Let's dive in. Co-pilot for today. And yeah, low-res people for low-res cabins. So GSX has got some really awful low-res people in reality. They look pretty gopping, don't they? But the cabin is even worse. Look at this. It's £90 for this, and it's got the worst textures and the worst sounds of all the aeroplanes. I think, which is wholly unacceptable. So looking forward to checking out this sound pack today to see what this has to offer by comparison. And I'll be interested to hear your thoughts throughout the journey as well today too. So we've got about 10 minutes due to push. We will look to get our clearance and everything sorted out in good time as well. Loads of custom views.
Right, descend 110 and best speed for version 10 acceleration.
Nice with the Max 8 next to us.
7, Unicorn 1228.
And I've got that as well, look at that. Mighty.
Over Unicorn speed at 2347. DM. Easy 6 Foxtrot Tango requesting push inside.
Tracking a flight with Elevatex as well, so we'll put our pictures and things on through the day. And we're expecting runway 33 for a departure out of Birmingham. So,
954 Tango, left heading of 145,
where
descent
are
level
we at?
150, level Kidley.
I've already gone ahead and set most of this, so if I go back to index,
Flight level 150 by Kidley.
that's already done. So our gate number, reference airport, all of that is already aligned and sorted out, and then I've used the sim brief route importation to bring in our flight plan as well, so that's all ready to go, but minus SIDs, minus stars, we'll put them in a second. I have over here, on weight and balance, pressed sim brief OFP. That's brought in our flight plan, all the data, the fuel, etc. into the aeroplane for today. And that has then also generated, therefore, our performance calculations, which I've gone ahead and checked, although that's just right. Let's do it again. I'm going to ask for full length today if we don't get it.
With 487.
There we go. So all of that's done, and we've then activated the takeoff card down there to help us with our V-speeds. We've got all of our preliminary rates and things. So with all that done, I've then completed the perf init page, which is okay. I think I've done the fuel scheduling correctly. So it's, fuel loading and then /A, I think. Can't remember. That always gets me every single time. Cruise of only flight level 310 for today. Transition altitude on the departure 6,000 feet. And therefore our takeoff page needs to be set. And we will do that after we set the departures. So Birmingham ATIS at the moment. Surface winds calm. Runway use is runway 33. So we can select 33. And we also want the ADMEX 1 mic departure. So we'll execute that. And then we get all of that in our routing. So we can check our legs page for all the details. It will also be reflected on our nav display, which has got the old clunky CRT monitors.
Ryanair 2 Delta heading at 350, please.
Okay, Ryan.
There we go, so we can bring in the range rings.
BG98 Victor Golf, turn left
there we are, look at that.
Degrees.
150 degrees, eastern 908, Victor Golf.
We can add like data and things if we want to as well.
Stand for I
can't remember if we need to activate ADF. I don't think we do. But we won't worry about VORs and things either at the moment. Right, we'll get our clearance when we can. Once we get a gap.
Navigation kit please, 954 Taco.
DZ98 Victor Golf, resume my navigation.
Peter, welcome.
Resume all navigation.
We got
Eastern 908 Victor.
Information Juliet.
Who called at Birmingham, sorry?
Osprey 598, good day, Donald Control, stand for
326.
737-900, request dive to Kavala.
Osprey 598, cleared Kavala, ADMEX 1 mic departure, squawk 4436.
Clear to Kavala, ADMEX 1 mic departure, squawk 4436.
Cool.
I have information and QNH 102.
Thank you, Golf Foxtrot Alpha, descend now flight level 80.
Wait for a little gap there. We can also just click that to set our takeoff bugs nice and easy. That's good, that's good, that's norm. They're all set. We haven't got the AP1 yet, because we want to listen to some noises.
Virgin 106 Foxtrot, left heading of 120 degrees.
Turn
Passing
those lights on.
degrees, Roger 106 Foxtrot. Ryanair 2 Delta, resume our navigation direct Leicester.
Resume navigation direct Leicester, Ryanair 2 Delta.
Confirm direct to Leicester.
Lucy, welcome. Thanks.
Did you say Leicester?
Lima Echo Sierra Tango Alpha.
Baggage. Boarding complete.
Oh, okay, direct Leicester, Ryanair 2 Delta.
Story 25, runway 04, clear takeoff, wind 07.
That took too long. I need another gap.
Yes, the takeoff runway 04, Qatari 25 then.
Should light Tango Alpha descend
Crikey.
flying, flight level 340.
It's on the ATIS, mate. 127105.
Descend flight level 70.
Under control. He's running Birmingham.
70, Roger 106 Foxtrot. Shuffle 8 Tango Alpha,
Oh.
flight level 340.
What's the 0, Shuffle 8 Tango Alpha?
Easy down 8 Victor Golf, 11228, goodbye.
128, Eastern Victor Golf.
279 and monitor 1228, goodbye.
Under control, good afternoon. Osprey 165 at Birmingham. Stand 42 centre, I believe, with Juliet on board. MD82, request clearance to Kavala.
Osprey 165, cleared Kavala, ADMEX 1 Mike, squawk 6466.
Cleared Kavala X1 Mike, squawk 6466, Osprey 165.
And all stations, the tunnel sector's now closed, there's nothing further on Monarch Unicom, 1228, good afternoon.
Yeah, he's closed. Choffy neck. Right. Anyway, we've done that. That's annoying. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's all set. Oh no, Ashley. He was getting very busy though, wasn't he? Right. Let's focus on the noises then for a moment. So we've got external power on. We're going to pause the music so we can listen to the APU. So where's my checklist? So FMC, MCDU and clearances now set. Altimeter set. Departures briefed and checked. We'll do that shortly. Takeoff data set. FCP is set. Where is it? Takeoff page. Right. So V1. What the? Yeah, that's the one we want. 140. Blimey. 152. 161. Does that match that? It should do. 148. No, it doesn't match. Strange. 148. 152. 161. 171 and in the 10. So we'll go with that one then. What's on the EFB instead, just in case. So that is performance and takeoff and everything done. Should have. Yeah, we're all ready to go then. Right. Let's brief the departure quick so we can listen to noises. So navigraph's on your screen, folks. We're going to push start in our cul-de-sac here at Whiskey, and then we're going to taxi out Delta, Echo, Sierra, full length 33 for departure, seemingly on Unicom now. Heading out onto the ADMEX 1 Mike departure. So initially climbing up to about 1,500 feet, about 2 DME from the end of the runway, and then routing up north and northeast towards Birmingham 21, climbing up to 6,000 as our limit, up to ADMEX. And then en route down through kind of Oxfordshire, London, Kent, passing over Dover and away across into Belgium. And then routing all the way down through Europe, a bit of Austria and things like that down into northern Greece. Like I said, about 3 hours 10 flight time approximately for today. Fuel pumps, there are many. I'm just going to turn all of them on, because I can't. If in doubt, turn them on until the aeroplane says otherwise. Emergency exit lights not armed. I thought I did. Whoopsie. And seatbelt signs can go on. APU master on. Let's have a listen. This is the sound pack. So all the sounds you're going to hear today are all from Immersive Audio. They are not part of the default aircraft because Leonardo couldn't be bothered to put modern sounds into Microsoft Flight Simulator. They just ported all of the crap ones from P3D, which is pretty poor going. Gen's oil pressure, park brakes on, flight recorder's off, rudder control manual, APU gen on. Where's the flight recorder? That's somewhere. It'll turn itself on eventually. We don't need it anyway. Okay, so up the top here, APU power lights on. We're going to dismiss GPU using GSX. Additional services, dismiss GPU. APU air on. Galley on. Yaw damper is somewhere here. There's so many switches and none of them are in a place you would actually expect. Oh, there's engine sync. Found it. I know I'd find it eventually. Well, where's the other one? Anti-skid, temperatures, aircon, da 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 da, landing barrows. And a chaffy neck is yaw damper. Oh, you know what? It's probably down here. Autopilot flight directors. Where is it? No smoking, airfall heating, flight deck systems, pressurization and air conditioning, yaw damper. Gotcha. On. Fuel quantities checked, fuel shut-off levers are in the off position, cabin pressure lever was on auto, it's at the top, seatbelt signs are now on, EFB onto flight mode. Doink. Pointless toggle, but hey ho. How do we hide that? I don't know if we can. Can't remember if we can hide it and get rid of it. Okay, pneumatic pressures. External power check off and disconnect. So we can go into aircraft services. Need to close these. And we'll close that main door as well. GPU is no longer connected. They're all out of the way. Jolly good. So doors will all be shut. And flight directors are on. Radio frequency set. We're just on Unicom. Pneumatic crossfeed valves left and right open. That's these.
Birmingham traffic, Tomjet 770.
Those two. So they're up and on, I think.
40. Birmingham.
Pushback and departure. No, I do not want to start engines before pushback. We'll have that on the legs page. Oh, that can stay on the leg page as well. We've got dialer flap set to 7 for our departure today, so that will be important for when we then do move into the departure post-engine start sequence. Here's our dispatcher. Did someone say they were stand 40 pushing and starting? might be them. Alrighty. Where have all the people gone? I thought we had GSX boarding.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Interesting. Just going to double check the APU systems. That's on norm. Good. That means the master things, the external bits are sorted out. Let's reset the ACAST message. Flight recorder leg 1. Lovely job. That's the flight recorder ready to go. Justin, okay.
Brakes, please.
Very kind. Where's the chops? Still got them connected. Airport services. Ground. That's an interesting one.
Birmingham,
You know what,
traffic
actually, I've just
display
realised it's because it's linked to the anti-collision light. Yep, there we go. Lovely job. Birmingham traffic, Osprey 165, stand 41 centre, push start. On to whiskey. Bike brakes off.
All engines clear.
Auxiliary
Start at will.
and transfer hydraulics on. Hydraulic pumps set to high. Okay, let's get pushing. Okay, clear left and right. Anti-collision lights on. Fuel pumps confirm all on in the centre stack. Engine ignition mode. Select system A or B. A. APU norm. Econ switches on norm. Air conditioning supply off. Ignition selector. Start. Bloody thing. There we go. Got to press and hold it. I'm still holding the left click. Hopefully we get it lit. Here we go. Doing it. We're very late though. These noises. So don't forget as well, the sounds in the flight deck are going to be very different because they're so far away from the flight deck and the engines, the distance that is. Fuel levers on. Ignition selector. Repeat for the other engine. So pop that close.
Please set parking brakes.
Press and hold left key with my right mouse click, just moving the view down. I'm having to multitask here. Oh, I've let go.
Birmingham traffic, Osprey 585, pushing back, stand 2.
Hoping that's the parking brake set.
And Birmingham traffic, Tomjet 7002, gate 40, just pausing pushback until the Mad Dog taxis forward by Whiskey, Birmingham.
Where is the parking
Birmingham
brake?
traffic, Osprey 1770, stand 56 right, pushing back onto Victor, Birmingham.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, good. Took a while. Inside, what we got? Load of noise. Oh yeah. This sounds a lot better now. This is exactly what it should be like, right? Just reset that.
Bypass pin removed.
Okay, so engine 1 looks good. Engine 2 is stabilising. We'll just wait for the EGT to stabilise, but it's all looking pretty swish. Ignition selector, regard that. Ignition selector to off. Engine 1 and 2 bus. Way too many movement buttons. The engine systems. They're already on. Air conditioning supply to automatic. We're getting ourselves required fuel, heat as required. Pitot static on to captain. Good. The little memo there's they're all disappearing, aren't they? Hydraulics are checked and set. We leave them on until I think 10,000 feet from memory. They can remain on high. Trim as required. So we need our centre of gravity, right? We need that little white toggle there to align with the green one there. I think it's in, not performance, but in weight and balance.
Birmingham,
Takeoff CG 13.6. Yeah, there we go, lovely. So it's flap 7 as well, selected. Jolly good. Cell temp 39. So we're going to go takeoff flex 39, pre-armed. Trim's now set. Flaps, dialer flaps set to 7. We'll then click that into the takeoff extension phase. We should get the dialer flaps moved to 7 like so, and takeoff blue or green. I'm not sure which because the colours are pretty poor. Auto brake, set RTO and arm. I have to take the park brake off though, and then we'll pop them on arm. Flight controls full and free. So many checks, right? We're just letting it creep forwards a bit. Hood lights, wing nasal, that'll do. Hood lights ground can stay off. Birmingham traffic, Osprey 165's taxiing via Whiskey to hold point Sierra 1 runway 33 via Whiskey Delta Echo Sierra, Birmingham. I think I'm doing alright so far, crikey. Auto brakes at RTO, flight controls full and free, APU bleed, add APU off. Got to turn the APU master off.
7002 gate 40 for 0 pushing back for
okay.
nose
FCP confirmed set for
Whiskey.
departure, so we're going to want crikey.
Birmingham traffic, Osprey 1770,
Nav mode
taxi
armed.
to Sierra 1 at runway 33 via Delta Sierra, Birmingham.
Speed Mac. Probably not actually. We'll creep it forwards. Engine instruments are checked. APU air is off. TRP and ART, that's that thrust regulation panel there. Takeoff flex set to 39. That is all set. Auto spoilers armed. Aileron, rudder, stab trims are all set to 0. And pneumatic crossfeeds left and right closed. Clear right, clear left. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Justin? Pyreegue Devco Birmingham, superb. Listen to these noises. I'm very against buying sound packs, right? Because this, if you bought the MD82 and MD83 package, the Fly the Maddog X, you wanted the expansion for the MD88, for example, you have to pay, it's like 120 quid all in for all of the aircraft packages. And even the animations, look how like, they're not smooth, they're very P3D. And I don't think that's acceptable. But it's a proper quirky plane, right? So we've got like the wing lights here. If I just get the landing lights out, they're over on the wings. There they are, right at the tips. Now allegedly they're working on a lot of updates.
Traffic, Osprey 585. Taxi
We'll have to wait and
runway
see.
23 via Yankee Echo and Sierra will hold Yankee 1 for passing company traffic. Permanent.
In fact, speed mode will disengage because when we depart, we're going to set a mode of takeoff mode. I can't remember what it's called, but like toga. We'll select that.
Traffic, Shannon 2 Golf for hold Yankee 1.
It's very quiet on in the front, but in the back, look. Sounds fantastic. It's quite a cheap sound pack as well. It is linked in the description, so if you do want to get your hands on it, you can get it via the link. It will take you. It's being sold by Orbex. Right, where's my TCAS? Let's just turn that on to TARA. Weather radar is on. I think. No. It is now. Gotta be. We'll go for weather and turbulence. I've left it on the nav rows at the moment just so we can see what we are doing with our departure. Although actually I think what I might do is put it back on arc. Because it will give me a better idea of where I'm going to be going. Bearing in mind that the yoke actually kind of obstructs you somewhat, doesn't it? How many of you watching have actually flown this, out of curiosity?
585, continuing taxi runway 23.
The sounds in the cabin are amazing. We could probably get away with not using full length, but I don't want to risk it. There you go, like weather on the PFD. I'm going to do a loop test on the fire stuff just to see what it says. But bearing in mind there might be new sounds.
East Midlands traffic,
Aye.
World Express 2 Tango, taxiing to runway 27 for 22 November departure.
I love the fuel farm there as well, that's fantastic quality. Do a little spool up. Andrew, welcome. Oh, I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure what that answer would be. It depends on the configuration, and some airlines have got 2 or 3 different configurations for their 777s, for example. So, but I'd always just pick a window seat. But I tend to look at Seat Guru as well. Rightio. I think we're ready. Where's my checklists? So, strobes, landing lights, Birmingham traffic, Osprey 165's lining up runway 33 via Sierra 1 and taking off ADMAX 1 Mike departure Birmingham.
Traffic bearing 16 lines established on LS23, 8 Maddog now.
Okay, APU airs off, post strobes are on, both landing lights on, transponder on and TARA. Clock start, I'm not going to worry about that today, and runways 33 confirmed. We've got 1 on 8 miles, that'll be more than enough. Separation, overhead is clear.
Traffic, Tomjet 7002 has righted himself gate 40, taxiing
Takeoff.
Runway 33 by Whiskey Echo Sierra, Birmingham.
Auto brake. Auto brake. Auto brake. Auto brake. Auto brake. Auto brake.
Birmingham traffic, Oxbury.
It's on takeoff.
170, holding point 014.
80 knots.
Runway 33 will follow, line up after approaching traffic. Birmingham. Traffic.
Rolling. 140, 152. Come on, girl, we're going to use a lot of the runway. V1, rotate. V2. Burgle traffic, Osprey 165, just getting airborne 33. Dirty. Black smoke. Auto throttle is armed. Gear is up. Nav. Track. Autopilot. Ooh, that was a bit of a rough one.
Stabilizer motion.
Go around MCT, climb gate. Disarm. So gear up, lights out. Autopilot APA is engaged. Flap slats retract as appropriate. Ignition selector. We'll put the start pump off. Auto brake is now off. Yeah, Dino, welcome, buddy. Welcome, hope you're well. Climbing up. Add max 1 mic. Max 220, 3 to 6.
Barrel lining up behind arriving traffic, runway 33.
Look at that noise! This sounds totally different to when we flew it last. My goodness. For like, what, 11 quid? Look at that. The last time we did this, we started to get very few frames per second because of the smoke coming out the back, for example. Allegedly they've solved that. We shall find out. Let's have a look. Yes, they have. Wow. I love that. Proper dirty. Right, how are we doing? 6, I didn't even arm that. Let's keep it going though to 31. Because I forgot to arm that. 310, armed. I knew I'd forget that. I always do. Okay, now we can go max 250. 250. Flaps retraction at 166. Slap retraction at 203. We can go full to standard. It's not going to do. 2992 1013. Two 2 250. Okay, nav track looks good. Let's get rid of the slats. Where have we got? There we go. That's already happened. There is actually, you know what I've forgotten? Up here. There's like a PA button, but allegedly it works. We'll try and find out later on if it does. Yeah, we're up. We're surviving. Let's get some other views going on. So we're over Coventry now, down below. Rico Arena is somewhere directly below us, but to the left. Badger's airborne as well, flying Osprey with 919, but he's got the British Midland BMI livery, which looks pretty dapper. There we are. We're already up. Nice little departure. Went better than I thought it would have done, actually.
Birmingham traffic, Osprey 1770, clear runway 33.
What's this? Just Justin's crashed. That's what he was laughing about then. Got it. Crikey. We should be through 10,000. Yes, we are. Right. Landing lights, taxi lights. They need to stay on. We've put the wing lights off. We don't need those. We can also turn off the seatbelt signs. We'll put them on. Yeah, we'll put them off proper. Captain, that's done. That's done. That's done. Indy says hello, everybody. Right, let's.
So in traffic, Osprey 585, lining up runway 33.
Let's go for 290. And also, actually, now we need to go trans off, auxiliary off. Landing lights off, seatbelt signs. Bank angle limited to 15. Which is about there. Let's increase the range. Alright. And then we'll work on up to cruise. Oh, that's properly loud. Exactly what you would expect from these jets. They're not quiet. They're loud, they're dirty. Black smoke there is pretty good. In fact, we've got that view as well, look at that. My speakers, there's actually like bass coming out of it from these noises. I'm not sure if it had come across on a compressed YouTube stream, but who knows? I suppose it depends what speakers you have and how you're listening to us today. What do you think to the sounds?
Traffic, Osprey 585, runway
33. Absolutely. There's something to bear in mind as well, folks. Depending on what mode you're using, this is the climb panel. So if you're using speed Mac mode, you need to use nose down, nose up to select the speed of 290. If you select it there, then it won't do anything unless you're in a speed or Mac or EPA limit mode, which is different. But look how crap those textures are. For £90, that's so unacceptable, but it's been this rubbish for about 3 years. It's just so poor. Let me just try and... What the hell's going on? Open the door. Up here, isn't it? Brilliant. Look how rubbish these textures are. And everyone goes, yeah, well the systems are amazing, but if the systems are amazing but the actual environment of the aircraft looks this bad, I mean, what is that for 90 quid? It's so bad. Then you can have all the nice systems that you want, but, you know, if it looks crap, it's still crap. And it's a shame because this is such a funky, wonderful aeroplane to fly, and they just haven't done it justice in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's really lazy development. They just ported it across the lowest standard possible, and then they just pressed send with a huge price tag. I mean, look, it's just, oh, I mean, look at that. It's bad, isn't it? Real shame. But supposedly they're working on it. Why are we in the yellow range for EGT? Climbing really nicely. Just keeping an eye on that EGT because I don't want it to go in the red. Oh, it'd be ATC from Cowley. Chuffineck. Who have we got? Is it London Control? EGTA South 13318. Click.
Controlling the plane because you've just turned around to start the arrival again.
So, I stopped the arrival, right?
Look at the chart. Just have a bit of an awareness of what you're doing.
Econ speed.
Do a 3 Papa Lima, climb now, flight level
299.
Climb now, flight level 150 to Papa Lima.
Do a 3 Papa Lima, thanks. Fly right ahead and 220 degrees.
Love that noise. Stabilizer motion.
Starting 220 degrees to Papa Lima.
Subjet 48, turn right and 300 degrees.
Turn right and 300 degrees, subjet 48.
And subjet 48, have you had any trouble or had any luck programming this whole jet?
I wanted max 7.8.
I just have to just do some configuration settings.
Yeah, it's just either you press timber, you put in the details of the whole stage on your FNC. Direct, sorry, MCDU. Direct to timber please, and to the hold right in terms of publish.
Yep, direct to timber, right hand turn, let's publish.
Can't hide this tablet at all, can you?
281, fact. Fly right ahead in 160 degrees, so 155, climb now, flight level 170.
Heading 155 and level 170.
So, Heathrow's down below.
The Easy 35 Golf, Quebec,
we'll call him up.
flight level 150.
Climb flight level 150, Easy 35 Golf, Quebec.
London Control, hello, Osprey 165's Bensu climbing through flight level 255. Gav, evening mate.
Aviator 120, turn left at 095.
Turn up to 095. Aviator 120.
Logboard 1914, thank you for your patience. Square and fin for me, climb flight level 100.
Someone's having a bad weekend.
Longboard 1914 London. World Express 087, Eastern flight level 80. Actually, World Express 087, Eastern flight level 90. Express 087, Eastern flight level 90. Static only, I'll call you in a second.
Very kind, Gav, thank you, mate. Hope you're well.
290, contact Paris, 128.
Welcome to Mike, Hood, Clone, Robbie and Airbusgeek for the next month. They've been given a channel membership courtesy of Gav.
122.8 Mike.
EGT's still going up.
Express 087, have you fixed your microphone?
Yes, I'm defending flight level 90, Express 087.
Thank you. First, Griffin 93 Foxtrot heading 220 degrees. 220 degrees, Griffin 93 Foxtrot report VAT heading to London 134430.
Pop engine sync on, see what it does. I've never used that. I think it's in the M1.
Papa Lima report you're heading to London Control 134430.
This is easier to fly than I remember it being.
Griffin 0 Delta will be 3000.
I've contacted him, he hasn't replied, but I've done my bit.
Climb flight level 80.
Climb flight level 80, Griffin 0 Delta.
What the?
My Longboard 1914, climb flight level 80.
That's shuttle launch from Heathrow.
Flight level 140, enter the hold at Timber, right and turns as published.
140 and then Timber holding inland 3 knots.
Longboard 1914, 4.40, to kind of flight level 100 or 110.
100 please. Great. Express 087 descend flight level 80.
I can't see any of the controllers. I've got London SH, but that's saying covering the southwest side of the airspace, Bournemouth.
Express 07126.825.
126.825, Express 087.
We got no ATC, we're too high for him.
EG19, descend flight level 100.
So we are just on Unicom. Unicom. We're flying through South Europe today. There's literally ATC all through France, all through Spain. Yeah, you're not going to get to contact me, folks. Don't worry about it. That was my mistake. I should have checked VATSIM radar. .608. One left to go. We've got 310 armed, so we shouldn't climb above that. And then we'll go to cruise mode in the TRP. Target max 78. Ah, HD no. I didn't know that. Damn it. That'd have been good fun. That levelling off. It's got a vertical speed mode. Alt hold, nav track, max 78. Cruise. See, everything system-wise and the way it flies is absolutely phenomenal. It's just the poor quality sounds and textures they've got that let it down, but they have got, like I said now, so this immersive audio sound pack that we are using today. I'm just going to try and dig it out. I think it was like 11 quid. Let me just double check. Yeah, £11.91 as an estimate, so about 12-ish pounds. I'm not sure if that includes tax, so it might be potentially 15 quid-ish, thereabouts UK money, $20 US. Quite expensive actually for a sound pack, but look how good that sound pack is compared to what we've been using already. Oh, hey, there's London. Compared to that previous version that was so bad. It would probably be wise to do a fuel check actually. In fact, let's pick Dover. $14 tons apparently. Total fuel, we've got 500 kilos to burn up to Dover, and that's 20 miles away. 30 miles away. We're good. We are good. Make sure I've set the lights and everything up correctly. Off, off, on, both. Pressure's good. Where is it? So the standby compass is meant to be like back here somewhere. I can never find it. You're meant to kind of like see it through a mirror. Look how bad those textures are. Oh well. Cool plane though, right? Look at that. They've nailed the sounds of the sound pack. Probably an aeroplane we should fly a little more often actually, because it is good fun. So I've had the tug throw me into the terminal, now an internet dropout. Stick with it, just having one of those days. Nice, still flying, love it. I feel like we should try and get a modern version of this painted. What would it look like? One for the MD88 specifically, because I've got that and I never use it because I only have the Osprey livery, which is for the MD82. There we go, there's Dover coming up. We're 300 kilos above on the fuel burn. That's wicked. That's exactly what we want. Happy with that. Probably step up the speed a tad as well actually to like, let's do max 7.9, see what it does. Fuel at KV's 8 on the estimation. is a lot more fuel than I thought we would have actually. What is it on the Simbury flight plan? I'm just going to have a quick look. 10.2. Oh. No, that can't be right. Yeah, EFB, hold on. Wrong figures. 6.5. Right, let's whack her up to Mach 80 then. It can go to Mach 8.4, I think. Yeah, Mach 8.4 would be the maximum speed. Let's try Mach 8.3 for a bit then. It's gone to 7.9, so we'll let it stabilise there for a little bit just to see what it does. Wazza, welcome mate, hope you're having a good weekend. Rather late, the first live stream in ages he's caught up with, nice. It's going well mate, thank you, yeah, how are you? Feel free to join us if you want. We are only just passing the channel now, so if you wanted to, for example, you could fly from Brussels Charleroi or Brussels Airport, EGBB. You could join us if you wanted to. We'd probably be passing that Brussels area in about 20 minutes. Oh yes, well so a week Monday, not Monday in 2 days, but Monday in 9 days is BMW R1300 GS delivery day. Very, very excited. I've been buying various little things in preparation for it, so I've got my top box ready to go. I've got delivered today actually. There's because I've bought the big Lone Rider top box, and it's pretty vast. But one of the biggest issues I've had with my top box on my Triumph was organising stuff in it. So you know, go to work and try not to have my coffee spill everywhere and all that other funky stuff. So what I've done is I've found on Amazon a photography bag divider set, which has got like the Velcro partitions and things, so you can make them all whatever size you want. And I've found one that is precise to the same size internally of my top box that I've got ready to go on the Beamer. I basically found one that fits that perfectly, so I bought that. I'm going to cut the lid off, and then I'm basically just going to put the dividers in as an insert to the box. And then I'm going to move it all around, so some of it will fit the coffee flask, for example. One of them will fit my water bottle, which is quite a big Yeti flask, 750ml Yeti flask, quite heavy, and all that sort of stuff. So that's how I'm going to organise it. I hope it's going to work. I'll double check the measurements though before I cut the lid off, otherwise I won't be able to send it back. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for it. What else? I've ordered the Chiggy AI06 as well. I ended up whacking both of those on the credit card. Pay it off over however many months. And that's like a screen that docks onto my nav prep on the BMW motorbike, and that then links my phone as like Android CarPlay directly into the motorbike. So that's pretty mega. I figured, you know, if for example we have kids or something like that in the future, not that we can afford it, but I don't think you ever can, but you know, if anything like that happens in the future, then I'm just not going to be able to buy that sort of stuff. I'm not going to be able to buy a new motorbike or anything ever again. So I thought, why not now? I'm 34, I'll just get it now, and then this will be my one and only brand new motorcycle that I'll probably ever own in my life, he says. He says. But I'm so excited for it. Miguel, welcome. KLR 650 gang for DS. I mean, I'm going to miss my Triumph Tiger 900. The Dual Sport 650 though, that Quacker DS, that's a cool bike. I'm going to try and find one that's fairly... Okay, so here we go. I'm going to increase the size of this bad boy. This is everything that's on my... Oh no, it's not. It hasn't got the Enduro pack. Stand by. That's got gold wheels. Right. It hasn't got the same wheels, it's got black spoked wheels, but that is what I've got coming on Monday. Without the knobbly tyres as well, it's got road tyres, centre stand, and a Akropovich dual end cam, which is a rather nice looking twin exhaust system. Which is more style point than anything, because it doesn't really change from what I've read the sound all that much. Oh, Mikel, you're in Madrid, very nice. Holiday for a wee bit longer? Oh, where's the noise gone? Not really designed to have, I suppose, here. Get it back there. Lovely jubbly. Are we all flying this week? What are we all doing? Like this weekend as well, especially if you're in the UK, are you doing a bit more simming than usual because you're on a bank holiday weekend perhaps? If so, where are you flying? What are you doing? Oh nice, little tour of Spain, Mikel. Very true, Canadian Flight Simmer. I was hoping to get a bit of flying done on Monday, but well, I was hoping to work Monday actually, because I tend to get more. I get double time. The missus is doing double time instead. Bank holiday shift working. So I'll be on dog care duties. Hello Centurio, good morning. Jay's bought the Black Square Dupe, going deep into the systems. Should be a 2024 compatibility update in the next few days. Is that still not on the new sim? For some reason I thought it was. Nice Centurio. It looked like an awesome bit of kit, to be fair. How compatible is it with sort of non-Boeing aeroplanes? Are you using MobiFlight already? The world is your oyster, was it? I can't wait for the 737s to get on to 2024 from the MDG. We've been waiting a while now, haven't we? Although it's still out there, isn't it? We're not sure how much the upgrade price might be. Black Square were waiting to update the catalogue, hoping that Sim Update 3, which is what we have today, would fix their identified bugs. And it didn't, so Black Square will be patching and releasing. Okay, fair enough. I mean, from what I gather, Sim Update 3 is definitely running better for me. I don't know what any of you think if you've been in it since the release. I think it's 100% running a lot better for me. Everything just seems smoother, but it has force changed a whole load of settings. So like the other day I went to load in to do the thumbnail for this. As I loaded in at Kavala, the whole airport was full of statics, and I thought, hold on, that can't be part of the scenery, and it wasn't. I then found that the airport characters and ground aircraft numbers in the settings, there's a couple of new settings by the looks of it, they'd been whacked to like 50 or 100. It's just something to bear in mind there. I was chatting to someone at work the other day, and they've been flying on MSFS on Xbox since its release, and they're actually saying that they've gone back to 2020 because that can run on Xbox. They said, but they found that with MSFS 2024 it just doesn't run on their Xbox no matter what they try, so they've ended up kind of ditching it until they sort it all out in the future. But he's now looking to buy a complete new computer basically to get it on PC because he wants the newer sim. Quirky Dial, welcome. Have you pressed that notification bell, man? If not, it might be worth untoggling it and toggling it again. By the way, actually, that's reminded me, so YouTube is forcing tons of changes on everybody, and I noticed it the other day watching some, well, I noticed it over the week really, watching various videos on like motorcycling, and watching videos of the bike that I've ordered. And I started to get like adverts every 2 minutes, and I thought, that can't be right, they can't be setting this up. And then I remembered that a few weeks ago I spotted on my own YouTube studio that there was a auto ad change, whereby it basically plonked over like a 3-hour stream about 50 adverts every 2 or 3 minutes. It's quite excessive. The only way around that is to go in and delete every single one of them and then put them all back in again manually. But even then now, with the changes, even then, YouTube can still put in as many ads as it now wants. So they've actually kind of taken away some of the fuller control that we as content creators had a few weeks back. That's now gone. It's bizarre. I don't know why they've done it. Maybe they're pushing for people to get YouTube Premium a bit more. But then I worry that what they will then do is just increase the cost of YouTube Premium when more people buy into that. Don't know. Tough one. But it's odd because I only watched it a load of videos the other day, and I started to notice it quite quickly. I was thinking, hold on, I only had an advert about 2 minutes ago. And then 2 minutes later, I've only just had another advert. 4 or 5 videos later, over a number of days, a load of different motorcycle related channels, all the same. And it's obviously become a popular trend. Then I've looked at my own YouTube studio, and yeah, it's this. There's changes to the auto ad system. I don't really know. But if you see more, it's not me. I try and put as few as possible into my videos. But even I did a video the other day, and I put on there. Auto ads automatically get enabled, so it got in and plonked a load of adverts in. I deleted all of them, and then what I did is I put in 3 ads, one about 10 minutes in, one 20 minutes in, one 30 minutes in. That was it. And when I actually went to go check on it myself, it was actually like every 4 or 5 minutes that there was an advert still. It's pointless me even selecting what adverts I want when. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people say that YouTube Premium is worth getting. Like you're saying there, Justin, it's one of the best subscriptions he's got amongst every other service we have. And you guys, you say you got them all. In fact, how much is it for YouTube Premium? And what perks do you get with it? £8 a month. Or buy an individual family or student membership. The individual is $12.99 a month. Oh, so that's Premium Light for £8 a month. Most videos ad-free. You can't even... Oh, that's a pointless thing that isn't this. You need to get normal, which is £13 a month. Yeah, when you could download videos, what does that entail? Do you just, is it like more like a save and watch later type function where it just lives in your own YouTube app for you to watch across the next 30 days, or is it physically downloading onto your phone for you to put into, I don't know, like Windows Media Player or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, that's the bit that annoys me more than anything, Ashley. That bubble that then hovers over the advert, over the video of the same ad, and you have to then click the little hamburger icon and dismiss it. That's it. Every single video I watch now. It's probably already happened to you guys watching this. But it's like you watch the advert, you click skip, and then when you get back into the content, there's this little floating bubble of the advert that you've just watched, still stuck on the screen until you dismiss it. That's pretty cool. The Premium Light's a bit of an odd one though, paying to still see the adverts. That's a new one for me. That's £160 a year, effectively. YouTube Premium. A bit expensive. Let's find out where we are. We should be mid-Belgium at the moment. Yeah, Pites. Right, let's have a little look. No, that's Navigraph. There we go. Elevatex. Right. There's Justin. Osprey 1770, 774, 585, there we are. So we're just about to cross over into Luxembourg. In fact, at PTES, we'll be in Luxembourg airspace. In fact, no, PTES is Germany. So the border of Luxembourg is pretty much directly below us. We've got loads flying along today, it's great. Let's have a quick look at who we have on the squad. Badger, Osprey Midlands 919, MPS, Osprey 598, me, Osprey 1770, J, we got Speedbird 774 is on the same flight path but not our routing today. Craig is behind. I'll have to get rid of some of these, I think, to make it allow me to click the others. Oh, there we go, yep. Craig's there. Chased by Tomjet 7702. That's my picture. And that's it, that's all of us. That's changed as well. Because I don't want Elevatex pilots on, I want VATSIM pilots. Although, is that hidden? Oh, it's hidden Badger. Hold on. Quirky. At least it's a different colour so I can see. I do really like Elevatex, it's really good. Yeah, no Zato today. Justin, you want to link your SimBrief account in Elevatex. I'm trying to think what it was called there, my goodness. So if you click the little settings cog and you click connections, you should be able to put in your VATSIM ID for the VATSIM related functionalities. Then underneath that you got Navigraph and SimBrief, and you want to connect that, and that's what will give you the opportunity to sort that out. It should then sync everything in. So when you then start tracking your flights, there's like a little icon that says like import from SimBrief. Otherwise you have to manually kind of set it up and track it. Oh, you mean the actual route drawn? Got you, yeah. It's a properly cool flight deck, this, isn't it? Look at that. Back to old times. That's the start menu. Take that as a little screenshot, pop that into Elevatex. Go like, that's as fisheye as it'll allow me actually. So, oh, is it today or is it tomorrow? No, it's tomorrow, I think. So we've got another flash deal coming up with PMAX for those of you who want to get into the VR world. It's a 6-hour limited flash sale. And basically you get up to 10% off the PMAX Crystal Light using code BritishAvGeek10. And that's from 5 PM to 11 PM UTC tomorrow, which in UK time is 6 PM to midnight tomorrow evening. So if you are looking at getting a PMAX headset, they are very expensive, granted, but if you're looking at getting one, then you can have a little look at potentially getting it with that code, and it will get you a big old chunk of money off, which is pretty good. Every little helps, but it's a flash sale only for 6 hours long only, basically, so not long at all to get your hands on a code if you want to buy that sort of thing. I do find them very expensive for what they are, and I think you have to use them quite a lot in order to kind of get your money's worth out of them. Some people like using them all the time, but yeah, Justin, Hellenic Vaca, always good, aren't they? Ashley, yeah, somebody said there's like some big Canaries event going on today on VATSIM. Got a bit of a weird aeroplane that's going to be reaching my hangar over the next few days as well. Can't really talk about what it is. I have queried why they're bothering doing it though, although I'm being quite generic, but I have asked what the point is, because it'll make more sense. But it's basically not it's a real aeroplane, it just doesn't fly. It's never actually got made. So I'm like, well, what's the point in making a pay-way aeroplane then? But I don't know. Who am I to judge? Some people like that sort of stuff. So that'll be landing in my hangar soon, the thing, and I'll do a video showing it off, share my thoughts and things as always on it. Apparently as well, according to Aerosoft, the A330neo will be at Gamescom 2025, and it's going to be hopefully released by the end of this year, but based on how crap their A330 was when it released a few months ago, not really hoping for very much, to be fair, because it was pretty awful, wasn't it? Has anyone flown the new Eurocopter that's been in Sim Update 3? Although it's a local legend, isn't it? So usually there's like a fee attached to it, I think. But see, that's where I have lots of fun on like VR, is flying helicopters and all that sort of stuff. The Chinook video I did the other day was so good. It was such good fun. Blasting around in a Chinook with the VR headset, it was totally different because you could get the depth of perception and everything like that. So that made taking off, hovering, landing onto the carrier so easy in comparison. Ah, interesting. Yeah, that's a very key point, Ashley. The key point there as well is that the Aerosoft A330neo is not supported by the partnership with Thales that Aerosoft have signed. That partnership only starts with the A340-600, so the A330neo is going to be a hot, stinking piece of poop, no doubt as well. They haven't actually done any updates or very much work at all with the A330 that's already out, have they? The one that they released a little while ago. Am I right in thinking that it's still pretty raw and pretty bad from what I remember? Well, it's a prime example of a company that's kind of lost its way. The crazy thing is they make some very good scenery, but then, you know, it's other people, isn't it, that are making those sceneries, and then they get licensed through the Aerosoft brand, so I suppose that is a little different. What doesn't help is something that I've learned recently in like doing some project management type stuff, is you've got FSS leading the project management side of things, and they've made some really poor quality E-jets in the sim and made a whole lot of money for what in the project world I only found out recently is called the minimum viable product, which is no doubt precisely what Aerosoft have done. They've gone, right, what is the very minimal state that we can release this in so that it works but we can make money from it? And they've got, yeah, brilliant, okay, that's our MVP, our minimum viable product, let's send it, let's sell it now. No update released yet for the 330CO from Aerosoft, though they say it will be updated post-Neo release to bring it up to the Neo standard. Who is going to buy the Aerosoft A330 Neo? In all seriousness, is anyone watching going to do that? I certainly wouldn't, based on how poor the CEO release was. Those canals look a bit German. Yes. Where are we? We are... Oh, we might have a little bit of air traffic control coming up. In fact. We are now passing... well, we're almost near Stuttgart. We've just passed Karlsruhe. So we're coming up to München, the Munich region. Don't know if we have. Yeah, we've got Munich Centre, München radar. On 13415 for all of about 2 minutes. They might not even bother serving us, to be fair, but we can hope. So 134, 150.
That's 020, level 20 advanced diesel.
Stop 202 München identified, hello, descend to flight level 110.
Flight level 110,
So that's going to be at Kunod as a waypoint. 13:40, so 4 minutes.
Level 350 inbound Kunod 145. First identified, hello. 80. First München identified, hello. 700 Zulu, nothing for regular combat line.
It has got CBDLC working apparently, and we do have Hoppy 8cast in this, but I can't remember how to use it, and I don't want to break it. So we'll keep it simple.
Lufthansa 74 Tango request flight.
We don't risk breaking anything. Big airport down there, which is actually that might be Stuttgart. I think it is Stuttgart.
Requesting descent.
Yes, there you go. There's Stuttgart down there. And as much as it pains me to say, somebody's flying from Innsbruck to London Gatwick in the A380, and they're about to pass overhead, allegedly, in the next few miles. To a maximum TCAS range of 15.
Thank you so much, bye bye.
We're probably not going to see him, to be fair.
Okay, roger. Got to Lincoln, Lufthansa 15.
München, good day, the Sun Express 452 inbound road is.
Thanks for 452 München identified, shadow climb to flight level 290.
Climb level 290, Sun Express 452. Inbound TT and
454, not in my airspace, bye bye.
Pushback radar, good afternoon, Osprey 165, flight level 310, Mach 83, Kunod.
Osprey 165, München identified, hello, squawk 6466.
Squawk 6466, Osprey 165. Oh, you know what, I forgot to do that. That's because ATC, as they gave us the clearance at Birmingham, they then went straight offline, so I just lost track and I was like, well, I'm on Unicom now, and I totally forgot about squawking because my brain kind of just went into like, there, oh well, we're on Unicom. Curious question for someone else with a stack of add-ons, Luke. When transitioning to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 from 2020, is there a stack of work required in setting up these files? Not so much. So if you've got GSX, the Virtuali GSX was it monitors that same Virtuali folder data, so that isn't an issue. All of your GSX profiles will still work if you use GSX. There is a thing you have to do in the GSX installer to toggle it onto MSFS 2024 and then install it on that, but it's fine, it takes a few seconds. And then, yeah, everything else you'll have to obviously make sure that you've got up to date for the new sim. Things like Contrail, you'll have a toggle on the top of the program, on the software. It says MSFS 2024, so you can click that and you can see all the products you own that are compatible with the new sim, and you can just go through and install all of them. Same with aircraft as well. But if you're on about keybinds more specifically and that sort of thing, then yeah, you'll have to unfortunately spend a little bit of time going through all of your keybinds and making sure everything's set up correctly again. It won't necessarily carry across. In fact, if I remember rightly, I don't think it did carry across at all for me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good tribes, welcome, thanks for subscribing.
Can you come? Thank you, bye.
You know what, I should probably check our fuel burn. 7.7. With the step climb.
254, that is lovely. I'm not responsible for your monitor Unicom, otherwise I would send your contact me.
Up in your iPhone.
So we'll probably do the step climb when we reach that.
Munich, Renault Black 024 14
Out of range, space, monitor Unicom.
It sounds like he's getting so fed up with saying that.
Katana 619 Dimension identified, hello.
Watching radar, hello, number 7 Mike Foxtrot, passing, flight level 250, flight level
7 Mike Fox Dimension identified, hello.
Yeah, the Canary event is very busy, isn't it? There's a whole line of aeroplanes. Pretty good. I do love a good VATSIM event. Got a little bit of cloud starting to follow, kind of build down below, just prior to reaching the Alps. We're almost at the halfway point, in fact. Gedso, I think, is pretty much our halfway point. We could do a fuel check actually at Gedso. Where is it? So, find my flight plan. 10.9 tons of fuel, apparently. 80 miles. We are burning the juice at this higher speed. Although 700 kilos in 80 miles, so I'd be surprised if we burnt that much. We'll just keep an eye on that for a minute.
Good afternoon. Program 64 Lima, flight level, passing flight level 0, flight level 360, direct Sudex.
So the BF 641 mention identified, hello, flight level 360.
Flight 360, thanks.
Again, German air traffic controllers very, very skilled on the network.
Juliet Lima passing Festival 220 has inbound Moxie.
78 Lima mention identified, hello, climb to flight level 360.
Flight level 360 is the...
Wings 2619 mention Flight level squawk 41, correction squawk 44, Bonn 0.
Phoenix Express 4 Foxtrot Zulu, request for climb to flight level 350.
Phoenix Express 4 Foxtrot Zulu, climb to flight level 350.
Climb level 350, Phoenix Express 4 Foxtrot Zulu.
River 3122, nothing further, monitor unit Kavala.
7 minutes.
Yes, so right along this 5 Lima Victor, we are now Robert planning level 190.
The 5, correction, Swiss 5 Lima Whiskey, correction, Swiss 5 Lima Victor identified, hello, climb to flight level 200.
Centurio is doing a fun event in the US tonight's controller, Wheel of Misfortune. Tons of controllers are randomly assigned a position by a wheel, which basically means it's almost all the first time controlling those positions. That's a bit different. That's quite a cool way of doing it, actually. Proper allocation lottery for your position, isn't it, there? Rather than just have like the experienced people constantly controlling the main airfields all the time. Unless you end up with like a tiny little airfield somewhere like Mates Fields, then it won't be as fun.
Flight level 160 to reach at B2.
Negative, reach level at D zone, Delta India Sierra Uniform November.
Level at D zone, this 89 Tango.
There's the progress page. How many miles do we have left? 477 to step climb.
Hello, climb to flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380.
That's interesting. At 11.1 estimated at Gedso, according to the progress page. So that is. Where'd it go? So we're almost back on our fuel burn actually, so we'll be within 200 kilograms instead. But we've shaved time off. We've shaved like 25 minutes.
Look at the number 301 inbound Mokti, flight level 188.
301 mention identified, hello, climb to flight level 340.
Climbing flight level 340, Maverick 301.
Condor 8 Kilo Echo, disregard.
Mobile operator, no, unless you're getting Airbus movements.
Disregard. Osprey 598, nothing further, monitor uniform, bye bye.
Justin, the Aussie flights were great. We were, I think, we were on Unicom every single time the entire way through, weren't we, folks? Those of you that flew along and watched last week and the week before. Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure we were on Unicom the entire way, every time we flew, unfortunately. But the scenery was great. And it was nice flying around Australia again for a little while. It's been a very long time since we've done that, so it was nice to be back around that part of the world.
Ocean 1 November Mike, descent to flight level 240. Alpine 87 Mike November, descent to flight level 270.
We'll be getting a handoff to Unicom soon, no doubt.
Alpine 87 November Mike, Alpine 87 Mike November, descent to flight level 270.
Descent to flight level 270, Alpine 87 Mike November.
We'll most likely have to work the speed down shortly as well.
774 München identified, shadow. Suicide 9 Tango, contact 128, decimal 030.
I'm very tempted to do a step climb early though, as well actually. Because it reckons it is the most optimum cruise level.
Suicide 9 Tango, contact 128, decimal 030, bye bye.
is a very small fuel saving.
Suicide Nana Tango.
Contact 128.030, Tango.
Yes, thanks. 428 Nana, descent, this is correction. Contact 128.030, tschüss. Connor 150 Nana, Unicom, tschüss. Connor 150 Nana, Unicom, tschüss.
Just confirm for Clever 150 Nana.
So name Clever 150 Nana, Unicom, tschüss.
I know my handover is imminent. Just listening out for that.
Osprey 165, Unicom, bye bye.
Unicom, choose Osprey 165. Very short little burst of ATC. Hey Brian, 50 months, crikey, amazing. Yeah, it's looking good, mate. Epic sounds in this as well. Look at that. Might be Euro wings, Jay. I wasn't listening though. What, that noise? That was a cool one. Gonna do that again. Jesus. It's actually like the camera's behind jet blast. That was fantastic. Okay, well, thanks. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Brian? Rebox to 330. We only just passed that waypoint. Yes, that's good, so. Might have to bring the speed back down to max 7.8 now, you know. Oh, Kim, that's a strange one. I don't know, I just I updated it and I left it to do its thing, really. Gimmicks at 10.4 for the fuel. Just keep an eye on that. See what the comparison versus our real quantity is going to be. Check, Kim, that you don't have the anti-collision light on, because that removes your chocks, and then it thinks, oh, shoot. Done it again, I forgot to pre-arm the altitude. Every time. Right, 330 armed. You didn't see anything. Every time in this jet. Right, out hold. It's levelling itself off, look. It's good because it actually shows you how it's doing it. This nice little transition and gradient down to level off. Ta-da! Very nice. Reckons we're going to have 7.5 tonnes on arrival. That's still 1 tonne above what we've planned for. We'll be crossing out off Austria soon into Croatia, a little bit of Serbia, and we're almost there. Made some great progress today. So in effect I think we've got about an hour left flight time wise. Let's see, 1 hour 10, 1 hour 15. In reality, it might be a little bit longer, might be more like 1 hour 20, 1 hour 30. Once we factor in like deceleration and all that other jazz. But we'll hold Mach 8.1 for a bit. You're not clacking, you're slacking, as Matthew used to say. I think one of the issues with using these on VATSIM certainly because of the model matching limitations. So one of the I think there's only about 4 airlines or 3 airlines that use this in the real world, and most of them are Iranian. So Badger, for example, when he was on the ground earlier and spawned in, I could only see him as it was Iran Air Tours, I think, bizarrely, and then Z something. Get another like Iranian carrier, and that to refresh it again, and it formed Aeropostale instead. There was only basically those 3 liveries that I could rotate through, it seems. and they were all AIG. The aircraft doesn't exist in FSLTL yet, I don't think, still. The development of FSLTL seems to have kind of almost ground to a halt, doesn't it? It was gathering loads of momentum, loads of pace. Loads of liveries and models were being added to it. Now all of a sudden there's been nothing for quite a few months for that. And I really thought they were going to keep expanding the model library, adding to the liveries, adding more virtual airlines. So we have this one big complete package that kind of did everything for free in a much easier to install and use way than AIG. Centurion says, in the private aviation world, the rule of thumb is NCP always and forever. I suppose time is money. $10.6, so yeah, we're 400 kilos up on our fuel burn calculations, but that's weird because the FMS is then saying we're going to be landing 1 ton above our plan, but we're pretty much on our planned fuel burn now. But while we're zipping along anyway, we will have a little look at what to expect for the arrival when we get a little bit closer to Kavala. So it's a new scenery from MCDU Simulations. Again, it's linked down in the description below. We were originally planning for runway 05. It's only a 4-knot tailwind, so it might still be in limits, to be fair. Oh, and it's over the coast. Just going to look to see what they're doing in real life, because I reckon that is the one. Oh, they actually have loads of arrivals and flights, you know. Cologne, Athens, Karlsruhe, Manchester Airport, London Gatwick, Birmingham. This is a real route done by TUI, BY7702. Stuttgart, Dusseldorf, Munich, Athens, Vienna, Prague. Load earlier flights, Stockholm, Belgrade. There's a load of routes for this. What day is it today? It's 15:03, so not many flights though, actually. So there's 3 arrivals for Saturday. There's the 11 AM arrival from Stockholm, 7 PM from Vienna, 9:20 from Athens. I bet it's a lovely part of Greece to go to then, because it's not like mega touristy. They landed on 05 with the tailwind. I don't want that. I want departures. That's Saturday. noon. Departed. 5:30 is the next one. Yeah, that used 05 as well. The times in there is 5:30 PM. That's UK time, isn't it? Ah, 5 knots is alright. We'll just send it. Exactly, Centuria. Let's see. We've got no ATIS online. Which is actually going to be tough, right? Because we're not going to be able to get much of a heads up from the controller, because when we pass Nikti, we're about like 10 minutes to landing at that point. we're already going to be at 10,000 feet and descending quite quickly, so the pressure is going to be on to change the arrival if we don't quite get it set up correctly. Let's go through the options anyway, back onto Navgraph. So there's the Greek border, Nikiti, and then working down to Lopti before we then enter the arrival procedure. Lopti, 1 hotel, expecting 05. It's now a 4 knot tailwind. I genuinely think 05 is going to be the one that's used, because that's not too bad, tailwind. And it's over the sea, whereas ordinarily if I had this on satellite, it's over the city. But we'll look at both. So Lopti 1 hotel brings us into the Kavala VOR, and all the procedures seem to do this as well, folks. So you overfly the Kavala VOR 1088. From there, if we are doing approach to 05, we'll be flying a VOR approach. Just try to quickly work out how that's going to look actually. Gonna have a quick nosy at see how the Scandinavian did it earlier. They went vectors to final. So they actually broke off at 10 DME and routed down onto final approach like that in real life today. So it depends really what the controller wants us to do. It's a bit of an awkward angle for us there, isn't it? So what we might have to do is, yeah, either way we're going to have to break off early to that 10 DME point and then left turn to 2 sag and in on the other charts. Yeah, so the arrivals are the same. It'd just be a query as to whether or not, or pin both actually as well, just for safety. That's the more natural transition, because we're flying over the hills to Kavala VOR and then out 066 to the 10 DME point, rounding in. If not, we'll have to break off a little early to come out towards 10 DME. Intercept the outbound radial of 245 from Kavala VOR. The minimums are the same. 500, 600. Rightio. So we'll set some minimums at 500 then. We'll expect 05. Short taxi after landing as well. Nice 3,000 metre long runway for us, which is pretty cool. With a bit of overrun. There's a couple of stands for us. Tiny little GA apron. It takes up, say tiny, it actually takes up like a third of the entire apron space, which is quite cool. No charts for that bit, and not doing any departures. Yeah, there's no ATIS. I'm planning for 05 still MPS at the moment. What do you guys all think the most likely scenario will be? Because a 5 knot tailwind isn't too bad. It was 4 knot tailwind. It's not too bad. It's a little bit. It's a little bit zippy, but yeah, we've got, like I said earlier, actually a few moments ago, we don't have any ATIS online, unfortunately, for Kavala. Alexander the Great Airport. We've got Athens ATIS, and Heraklion ATIS, and Kos ATIS, but nothing at all for Kavala. So there is an element of doubt, really. In real life, they're doing 05, or they did earlier, 3 hours ago, albeit. Things change, but I think this is going to be one of those days, folks, where we're going to have to be quite dynamic and just see what happens. We'll have to go with the original plan and then just see what happens. Who knows? Sadken, if I'm okay with the MD-11, would I find the MD-80 a challenge? No, mate. Most of it's kind of the weirdly quirky and that same as well, actually. So I think you'll be fine with it. This, I think, is easier to fly. And I have put a checklist up onto flightsim.to for this quite a while ago, which I'm using today, actually. Metar Taff saying runway 23. That. Let me see. I'm doing like .ATIS and things on VPilot. I'm getting nothing pinging back on VPilot, unfortunately. Even the Nightbot's gone to sleep. No, it just says 180 at 6 on the Metar. It doesn't specify a runway. When we get a bit closer, it may well be, folks, that the Hellenic VATSIM ATC controller doing Athens will see 3 or 4 arrivals coming in towards Kavala, and they might then create an ATIS for Kavala to help. Or we could drop him a .chat and then just say, hello, load of us flying into Kavala, what's the ATIS going to be in about 40-50 minutes time? And then they might go in and just generate it so that we can see. I don't know. We'll give it a little bit of time, see what happens. Yeah, you can, even though the Metar might show winds favouring one runway over another, if there's a tailwind of sort of less than 5 knots, you'll actually find that they'll use the preferential runway system. So they'll use whatever runway is favoured at the airport in real life. Runway 05 I'd suggest is their preferential runway, because they've got 2 approaches as opposed to just 1 BOR DME. Usually as well, let me just have a quick look. General birds in vicinity. Yeah, and 05 has got we've got high intensity approach lighting system as well as high intensity runway lights, whereas runway 23 they've got runway end identifier lights, but they don't have high intensity approach lighting system. So there's a little clue on the charts there. I'll just bring it up. 05's listed at the top, but then you've got their high intensity approach lighting system for 05, and then you've only got runway edge indication lighting, whatever it was I just said. 2 different approach lighting systems. So the high owls are the ones where you've got the big lights that run up towards the runway and kind of draw a white flashing line all the way towards the runway. The real, though, R-E-I-L, is kind of just the edge of the runway, is like the red or green lights, I think, if I'm right. Centurio, correct me if I'm wrong, and others. But I'd probably take that to show that the preferential runway at Kavala is 05, and therefore it would be more likely than not that we're using that approach today. Unless the tailwind exceeds 5 knots. Currently it's 4. Runway end identifier lights. Yeah. That's it. If they've spent more money on one side of a runway than they have the other, then that's typically the preferential runway, the one that they try and use the most. So with that in mind, unless it changes, let's have a look at here, the descent forecast actually, because I need to put some of this data in. Unless it changes, we'll stick with 05. Where are we? Descent, let's go for 310, 247.75. $259 at 30. Fly level 100, 252 at 10. It's like so like runway, preferential runway stuff. When I look at that and I look into the charts to see which one has more money spent on it, it's kind of similar to the roads. When you're driving and you find like country roads where you just go into it and it's out of a town, national speed limit sign, and away you go, and you don't see any signs for miles, it's because there's never really any crashes on those roads. The second you go into say you're on a similar road, out of a town, onto a national speed limit, and you accelerate out, once you start seeing turn deviation markers, warnings of multiple bends in the roads, all that kind of stuff, slippery roads. Once they start to spend money on those roads at points of like turns, corners, that sort of thing, you know there's more risk, because those roads tend to get more crashes on them. Not really a good way of comparing actually, but hopefully you get what I mean. 2,000 foot winds, we'll just guess for 210 at 8, that's roughly what the METAR is suggesting. That's it. Job I corrected that. Ah, Dina, that's annoying. So VORDME 05, KPL transition, Lopsy 1 hotel. So I'm going to put that in and commit now. Oops, wrong one. Lovely job. So we can go to plan. Step the cursor. Bring that range ring in. Lopty. That's where it's a bit messy, look. So there we go, that's roughly what we're going to do. Also it's got the missed approach built into it, because the missed approach is fly runway heading to 050, at 3,000 feet, turn right max 185 knots, climb to the VOR at 6,000 and hold. So the missed approach for us, which which I will put in pink because it's the same as what it is on the map today, although sometimes it'd be blue. All the way up here, back, and then we literally just join the hold like that. Jolly good. But we won't directly overfly that, and we may well get vectors straight towards that 10 DME line. What we then also need to think about doing is setting 1088 for the VOR and the inbound course of 050 like so. I'll set that one as well for good measure. Qbok. It's a quick fuel check time, I think. Because we are zipping along really fast. Qbok 9.1 tons. Yeah, looks getting a bit tight now on the fuel bits. .4. So now we've gone back to like 300 kilos above. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the Kavala Atis. There is actually an aircraft that's just loaded in at Kavala for a flight to Warsaw, so it'd be interesting to see if we get an Atis line up and then see which way he goes, but I'm assuming 05. That's the point, we can tune an ADF as well at Kavala. 327. Jubbly. Maybe ADF 1 only. And we could probably put in some fixes. So KPL. Uh, 245, sorry, 10. And then 050 10. And 230 for 5. It's a bit of a cross pattern. We have loads of lines all over the place. See what happens. So we got the options. I have to work out now as well, because we are getting not close, but we're getting close enough to start thinking about the descent, right? Where are we now? What's that next waypoint? Sussex, something like that, isn't it? So Sussex. Yeah, so we're actually now near Banja Luka, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Then we're going to be crossing into Serbia, Sosek, and then Bulgaria through Sofia at Nisva, and then it'll be top of descent not long after that. So we're getting on it pretty quick. So where is my rad out? So PFT decision height. It's going to be 582. It's height, not altitude. Okay, well 500 is as high as we go, apparently. We can set 600 on this. That's set 600. I could probably get rid of decision height then entirely. Basically we'll get, as we cross that, we'll get that orange light go on there, I think, if I remember this rightly. Might be wrong. Hopefully I'm okay and correct with it. Snap that to VOR for VOR 1. Of course. Then we also want to set airport elevation. So we've got things, airport elevation's 18 feet. I'll just do one click. And that QNH was 1007, wasn't it? Which is there. That's tricky because I kind of want to start our descent early, but I'm not going to be able to because we are going to be descending across a load of mountains. My thought process is I want to get down as quick as I can so that I can then manage the energy of the aeroplane. Because in the descent phase I think I'll start to make some more mistakes, I think. Being a new aeroplane that I'm not used to flying so much. Probably a good time to re-familiarise myself with things actually. So what's going on with this? Yeah, we'll just put that on that one. That's there. We've got VOR lock mode there, so that would be good for the approach to lock onto nav for that. In fact, there is yes, it'd be nav mode onto VOR lock mode. There's no other functions that we need to change, I don't think. Certainly not there. Happy days. So for the descent, it's going to be set and check the data and the weather, which we've already kind of just done. VBug sets, rad out and audio markers set and on. Audio marker. Rad out an audio marker set on. Radio set, we've done that, that's the nav stack. And then it's going to be Okay, that seems manageable. Just having a quick look at my checklist. TRP set to GA. Awesome. Should be alright. We shall see how well we get on. Who knows? That tells me what his flight plan is. No, it doesn't. (129.675) for Athens radar. He's already starting to show in range, so we know we're getting close. 129.675. Sets. That's that. That's that. Where all my people have gone that I had in here. And also, actually, interestingly, all these cabin lights are supposed to be on, right? With this toggly thing here, which, according to the manual, is how you turn the cabin lights on and off. And they don't do anything. So I think that also means that I walk backwards. Yeah, there's no seatbelt signs or anything either. Look how low res that is. That's so bad. In fact, if I put the emergency exit lights on, do they turn on? No, they don't even turn on. We boarded the people as well. I don't know where they've gone. It might be the clash with the GSX versus this, I don't know. Gross weight's coming down nicely. And our next waypoint is Sosek, and it reckons we're going to have 8.5 tons on board. 8.2 is our estimate on our Simbury flight plan. So actually we can go into performance here, and then landing. LGKV for Kavala. It's dry. 180 at 6. Air temperature's a beautiful 30 degrees Celsius. Order brake. Oh, minimum. Reverses, yes. UNH is 1007. High to low down you go, folks. Don't forget that rule. Runway 05. Flaps 1128, 1540, 1528. It was on 1540, wasn't it? Yeah, you should probably extend the whole lot. Okay, so we'll have to go dial a flap to 15 because it'll go slats extended, flap 0, then it will be flaps 15, then flaps 28, then flaps 40. If I remember that right, I think. And the estimated landing weight 56. 900, I'll add the 300 so we get the heavier weights. I could round up to 57,000 to be fair actually. Probably a better bet. Rather go high than low. Right, so 134. We'll refresh those shortly as well. But it's very different to the landing data here, but it's not far off. That's taking live data from the jet, right? Up and retracted 207, then it'll be 0 down to 162. Landing weight 57 tons. Okay, there we go. I just need to change that because it's 1,000 increments. Gotcha. Ooh, where's this cloud come from? Keep an eye on SOSEC and our fuel burn. I reckon we can whack it up to 8.2, squeeze a bit more speed out of her. I could do, could I? With the old fog lights on. Well, interestingly, TBP 7405 is taxiing to runway 23. That might be a departure on 23, but arrivals on 05. It's really difficult to know without an ATIS, and there is still no ATIS. We don't even know if this guy's under positive control with air traffic control actually either. I wonder if it tells us. Let's have a little look. Jet travel. He's on 129675. Just spotted Lusa 1 flying at the minute. He's North Macedonia. We won't see him, but he's going Akrotiri to RAF Coningsby on VATSIM. Six. .2. But yeah, whatever we get asked to do by the controller, we've got the fixed rings kind of set anyway. 10 DME. That won't be any different for either runways. We've got the runway headings set, and the only difference we might need to make in this is just snap this over from 050 to 230 degrees instead, and then we'll obviously have to rebox the approach to 23 just in case. But we've gone with the preferential runway, the one that is technically the one to use, but we just won't know until we get closer what ATC is wanting us to do. We shall see soon enough, no doubt. Because NISVA's coming up, and I think after that, not long after that, was our top of descent. Yeah. So at waypoint Omeno, we're then going to start heading on down. Chris, welcome. Hope you're well. I mean, like, as much as I hate, you know, if you potentially spend 90 or 120 quid on the Mad Dogs, and they've got horrendous textures and sounds, I do really like this immersive audio Mad Dog sound pack. I think it's pretty epic, do you not think? Hopefully you guys think the same. And typically I'm very against buying sound packs to enhance something that's already very expensive, but I do think this one is actually worth it. The silly thing is, actually, thinking about it in hindsight, you would have thought that they would have contacted Leonardo to say, hello, we're working on this. Look at that. We're working on this sound pack, would you like it? We'll sell it to you, or license it to you for you to use in your aircraft. Who knows? Actually, to be fair, that maybe they did and they just got told no. We will never know. Anyway, it's probably going to be a little bit of barking. The shopping has arrived. Oh, centre tank. Not far from Sofia, wow. That's pretty much where we are. Serbia. So the tanks are empty. So we should, God, don't break anything. Ooh. Ooh. We're good. We're still on. Whew. Andreas, hello. We are planning currently the VOR DME 05, just based on weather being in limits, preferential runway system stuff, and real world arrivals. Dog training's going well, thanks. Yeah, she's doing really well. She's loving the raw food. Now she's on the raw diet. And I do think it's made a bit of a difference already, to be fair, with her coat, the shininess of her coat and all that sort of thing. Yeah, back to dog training tomorrow as well, so working her hard. I've spent yesterday dehydrating an entire lamb liver, and today dehydrating a pig kidney and boiling a chicken breast, and that forms her training treats basically for the day. Like, you'd pay, for example, 9 or 10, maybe 12 quid at the shops for a lamb liver, dehydrated lamb liver treats. Maybe even 15 quid. Well, it probably is actually about 15 quid. Same with kidney treats, probably pay about 15 quid for them. It costs me for an entire lamb liver £1.30 at the butcher's. Maybe about 20p of electricity to cook them, to dehydrate them for 6 hours at 100 degrees. So the markup on pet snacks is phenomenal. It also means that we don't have to really buy any treats, we just make them, and it's about 8 times cheaper. And completely natural as well. They're not pumped full of preservatives and all sorts of other nonsense. Bit worried about that. We keep getting VOR failure. I don't know why. Put that onto TCAS normal. Five knot tailwind now. So there's every chance the runway might be runway 23 by the time we get there, but it depends on what happens with the winds backing or veering at that point. It's very difficult to kind of work this stuff out till we get a bit closer, but I mean, I still check VATSIM radar and Kavala's still got nothing on it for ATIS. What did we plan for? So yeah, Lofty 1 Hotel 05. Does that appear on our ATC flight plan? No, it doesn't. We shall see. Oh, a million miles away from Thessaloniki, this. What if there's any good hotels around here? Let's go on to... It's TUI, isn't there? TUI fly from Birmingham, so let's go on to TUI. Let's go, let's see. Got a little bit of time before top of descent. Don't let me forget, folks, to set. Right, Heathrow. Kavala. Greece. Oh, it's only got Thessaloniki, interestingly enough. Lake Ohrid's meant to be beautiful. Greece. Tania, Colonia, Samos Parga, Sini. Weird, it's actually a route that they fly, yet I can't find anything that actually shows me that they fly there. Apparently we're only 22 minutes out. Realistically it's about 30 minutes once we start to decelerate. Flights to Kavala. So that's come straight up. Ah, flights to Thassos. Vineyard striped hills, silvery olive groves, sandy beaches backed by pines. No, that can't be right, because that's an island. Oh no, it is, yeah, Kavala Airport. View Thasos holidays, let's have a look. Go, right, let's just quickly, we've got a few minutes, let's just have a quick peeky look. Let's do this. Look at that. Ackley Mammoth Hotel, half board, 5-star. So I reckon then you fly to Kavala to get to Thasos, but Kavala itself isn't. Touristy. Right, what have we got? Order brake minimum. We've got LGKR. Corfu ATIS, but that doesn't help us. FR LGKV. Winds 200 at 6. Yeah, so he's right on the limits really. He may well give us runway 23. Amazing dwell. Friends in Kaval. She's a teacher. Gets the ferry every day to and from Thasos to her school. Wow. I'm assuming there's not much around Kavala then, as like by means of like tourist resorts, destinations, that sort of thing. Where do we want to descend to? Lopti, VOR. We want to cross the VOR at 6,000 feet. So I'm just going to check the legs page. And I'm going to put that on as a 6,000. If it lets me, it's not going to. We'll trust that it's okay. So now we'll wind it down. 60 miles to top of descent. Right. I think we're ready for it. We will need to set our descent speed properly. It wants max 78 or 318. Still got no ATIS. MPS, you're going to be our lead, mate, so you're going to be able to tell us what runway we end up getting. I might start to slow down now because we will close you up quite quickly, I think. So max 7.8. Only had a few minutes on, but that's fine. It's having a right old party there, look. What is going on there? Oh dear. Living it up, player, welcome, mate. Good afternoon. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good weekend. .40 miles. So we've checked all the approach data, we've got our speeds, we've got the fixed rings in, we've tabbed both approaches just in case, and we'll just have to very quickly rebox should we have if we get any issues with the approach suddenly becoming 2-3, and there's every chance it might. It's very 50-50 at the minute, I think. But yeah, we've gone for the preferential runway of 05. We'll just have to see what happens. We might get 2-3. We'll just have to change during the descent. But that'll be all good. If it happens, doesn't matter. That's where we earn our money, right?
Otherwise, fly 5 to expect RMP runway 34. Otherwise, fly 5 to expect RMP runway 34.
Expecting RMP 34 at otherwise 552. Flight level 170 at limit factor.
Engine 857, you should be on a 090 heading in at descent flight level 110.
Flight level 110 and heading 090 at
VNAV FMS speed.
Lima radar, very good afternoon, Lufthansa 8 Uniform Juliet, have information Foxtrot level 350.
Lufthansa 8 Uniform Juliet, Athena radar contact, descent level 130.
Descending level 130, 8 Uniform Juliet.
Athena radar, good afternoon, this is Athena 26 Delta at San Bravo as 05 with information Delta, we are on A320 Neo, look for IFR over to Corfu please.
Gen 26 Delta, Athena needs to file a flight plan.
Foster Victor Papa 280 Kilo, 6 Unicorn, bye-bye, thank you.
20 miles coming up. We're going to start descent soon.
Flight level 340 inbound to altitude.
Olympic 195 Athena radar contact, welcome. Break 0507 Alpha Athena radar contact, welcome. Engine 857 flighting 080, descend at 3000, QNH 1008.
Flight heading 080 and descend to 3000 feet to make 1008 at QNH 57.
Lufthansa 8 Uniform Juliet, quit PTAS 2C Sierra expect RNB 34.
Cleared Peters to Sierra and expecting RMP 34, Lufthansa to 8 Uniform 2.
Ryanair 1 Yankee Juliet, turn left 300, cleared RMP Zulu 34.
Cool. Let's hit that descent now button. Ready to go. Where's that range ring? Yeah, it's about 10 miles. It is Dwell, yeah.
Kavala 255 Papa, squawk 7256. Squawk 7256.
Been up descent, FMS EPA.
Hello, good afternoon, it's engine 836, Athens.
Top of descent. Let's do it.
I don't see engine 836.
286.
Roger, on the course, stand by. Engine 857, flighting 060.
Right, now we've got 6 knot tailwind for 05, so I'm now thinking it's going to change to 23.
Runway 01, wind is 360 at 59.
Is that Metal's just changed? 250 at 6, yeah. I would imagine he's going to change the runway. I'm going to wait till the last minute though.
Kavala.
Osprey 598, Athena, you're ready to maintain flight level 150.
Maintain 150, Osprey.
What's it going to be?
Agent 286 clear.
Go ahead.
Agent 286 clear to destination on the... Actually, you know what? Stand by.
Yeah, basically, so I've tuned in early to Athena. Let's see what he gets.
Agent 857, cleared Alice X-ray 03, right?
Clear 96039,
Agent 286, you're clear to destination as filed on the current S1 Echo runway 03, right? Initial climb 7000, squawk 7051.
Clear to Corfu, Carrot 1, Cora 1 Echo departure, that's runway 03 right. Mission capacity 7051, agent 286.
That is correct, break at the wise 552, descend to 4000, QNH is 1009. Get a wise 552, descend to 4000, QNH 1 is 009.
4000 feet,
Agent 6 from your Papa Athena.
Yeah, 6 from the Papa.
I check this. Get clear for takeoff, 03 left wind is 11099.
Take a third left, yeah, 6 from the Papa.
FS 966, monitoring the company. American is 042, descent to flight level 150, clear Arnold 1 Charlie, EGBB ORD 09.
Descent to flight level 190 to Ernil and expect word DME runway 06.
It's flight level 150 and runway 09.
So speed to 318 okay. On FMS.
15 at Ernil and 09.
Runway 1, Yankee Juliet, clear runway 34, windows 3121.
Let's get terrain map on. We are heading towards mountains.
Flight level 8 to
Although I think the peaks are about 3,000, 4,000 feet, so it's similar to inbound. Looks good, 7250 total.
Initial level 80, 47241, Israel 544.
544, back is correct.
Athenai, Kalispera, Osprey 165. We're in descent now, flight level 244, targeting 6,000 at Nikti, it's Kavala.
Charlie 126 Athena, you're ready to contact, welcome break, Osprey 165 Athena, ready to contact, descent flight level 170.
Descent flight level 170, and could we, when you get a chance, just get confirmation of the runway at Kavala, please?
SU3, and I'll give you a route shortly.
Roger, thank you. There you go, guys, runway 23. You are DME 23, KPL, Lofty 1 Juliet.
Nordic 9042, okay, I see you descending now, disregard that. Break engine 857, good land 03 right, the wind is 100 to 109.
So we now need to switch this to 230.
583, come on, G, you copy it.
I threw all my chips on 05.
Who's calling for descent?
Osprey 598.
Osprey 598, you quit for it,
Engine 44, request a backtrack.
Richie 4, get backtrack and vacate to the right, stand of your choice. Break, Osprey 598, you cleared for the Lofty 1 Juliet, VOR DME runway 23, and descent to 6,000.
Descending to 6,000, clear for runway 23, DME, Osprey 598.
We planned
You're not clear for the approach as well?
in the right way.
Just the Lofty 1 Juliet and expected VOR approach, Osprey 598.
Lofty Juliet, Osprey 598.
Osprey 165, descend to level 100, Lofty 1 Juliet to VOR runway 23.
Descend level 100, Lofty 1 Juliet 23, Osprey 165.
Lufthansa 8, uniform Juliet, descend of 4,000, UNH is 1009.
Descending 4,000, UNH 1009, Lufthansa 8,
Let's have 873, wait before vacation.
So we now want to change that fixed ring,
11705.
which is 245.
11705, or let's have 873. Thank you, bye-bye.
Engine 6 from me, operator, contact ground level 250. Nordic 9042, descend to 7,000, UNH 1006.
And down to 7,000.
Oh, that's well bugged. Look at that, what the heck is that doing? Boing, 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 boing.
0706 for Nordic 9040.
Israel 444, ready for pushback.
544, push facing east, UNH is 1010.
Push facing east, start QNH 1010.
That explains why that's all going like party. That's really messy. Oh, crikey.
Narrow 715, monitor unit company.
Uniform aeroservice.
Perfect. Let's control today, the Senex 4 Foxtrot Toulouse inbound Lucky.
Express 4 Foxtrot Zulu, Athena radar contact, welcome break, with your Malta 696 Athena squawk 7247. Killing 46 Delta, monitor unit com, good day.
What's Cannon, 46 Delta, have a good one, mate.
You too. Hello, 315,
Speed break.
monitor unit com, good day.
We need it.
Unicom, 315, good day.
Osprey 598 at Kavala VOR, you're cleared for the VOR 23, descend according to the procedure and the monitor Unicom.
Hey, Philippe, thank you, mate.
Pushback on night, C4
We're pushing it here. We are well above. Look at that rate of descent. Seatbelts. Where's my checklist? Don't ever check to arrival data check. B-bug set. Rad out's going to be different now, actually, isn't it? 'Cause it's a different minimum. 600, yeah, good. That's what I was having set anyway.
Osprey 165, descent of 6,000, QNH is 1007.
Send 6,000, QNH 1007, Osprey 165.
Otherwise, flight to equivalent on a tree 41290 at 119. Osprey 165, but you prefer the VOR gaming to treat us according to the procedure and the report file.
We'll go cleared for the VOR procedure 2-3 and we'll report final Osprey 165.
Good afternoon, Transavia 186 Seattle, Airport, request I saw mention.
Transavia 161, feet on request number.
Speed brake. Lights. Set.
Nordic 9042, flight to Deluxe, cleared VOR DME approaches and according to the procedure.
Direct to Deluxe.
Kalispedis, nice. I can't slow this thing down. I've got speed brakes deployed.
And like I said, check clear for the approach, Nordic 9042.
Where's my speed brake extension bits? Slat extents mid 280. Brilliant. Let's get it out. Slats.
The 18 from Juliet, clear for
mid.
the RMP.
240.
Runway
slats full.
according to the procedure.
Clear for the RMP approach runway 34 and descend referring to the procedure from the
5 miles to Kavala's VOR. There's the airfield. Hurrah! Christ.
857 taxi, left on Delta, Delta 7 Echo Stand.
I'm going to hide this because it's really in the way.
Left on Delta, Delta 7, and sound Bravo 17, again 857.
Zavia 1861 clear.
1861 go in.
Zavia 1861 clear to destination spot on the BD1 Echo departure. Line level 80, squawk 2056.
Oh, look at that, we've only just about got the energy back. How do I get to 2,400 feet? We'll set 2,000.
Feedback is correct, set of approved, and the SCAF SQNH 1007.
It's 1007, wasn't it, for the QNH team?
0544 taxi via Delta 2 backtrack runway 2.
180.
Delta 2 backtrack runway 2 for prior 5 off.
Agent 286, stand Bravo 3, third mission.
Agent 286, push approved, call for taxi.
Push approved, Agent 286.
Athena radar, Osprey 1770 through 260.
Osprey 1770.
Oh, pause the music. It's making my heart rate go up as well. Radio set, wing anti-ice as required. So 108, 231, 231, that's all good. We've got to get ahead of this now real quick. Approach, missed approach, briefed. It's going to be runway 23, same again, which will be a left turn over the coast. Same procedure. Climb to 3000, runway heading, radio 231. We'll go reduce final, Osprey 165.
Red 774, fly present heading, expect vector.
Fly present heading and expect vectors sequence of.
Shed 90006, monitor Unicom, good day.
Unicom doing a great job there. Thanks, bye.
Appreciate it. Lufthansa 18 from Juliet, check your altitude, you should be at 4000 at BedX.
Already checked my altitude, many thanks.
Let's go to 1200.
Agent 1, Sierra Charlie, descend, flight level 110, vectors, Atlas, X-ray, 03 left.
Right, auxiliary and transfer pumps on, altimeter set.
651 face south.
UNH 1007 on the standby, mast caution, slats flaps extended, that's fine.
Here, Mike Liam, just call me when you're airborne. The nearest weather is from Mykonos. The wind is 020 at 13 knots.
Go for 1300 feet per minute.
QNH 1008.
Where's my slats and flaps? Let's go big with the flaps.
For everyone on the ground at Athens, everyone at the ground at Athens, the ground is now online on 121755 for everyone on the ground at Athens.
Gear warning. Listen to these noise. Bank limiter set. Landing lights extended and on. Auxiliary transfer hydraulic pumps on.
Red 774, descend level 100.
Extending flaps is required. There's MPS.
Was there 2-3 alpha clear?
So I'm actually going to go on to heading mode.
Climb fly level 80, squawk 7233.
Just going to extend a little bit. Bearing in mind MPS is just turning final.
Reback is correct.
Don't want to extend the flaps much more.
Osprey 1770 descent to 6000, Kavala QNH 1007.
Down to 6000, QNH 1007.
This thing is so quick. Did I set? Yep.
Osprey 5908, wind at 250 at 6 knots, runway 23, clear line.
Okay, base.
Osprey 5908, wind at
MPS.
250 at 6 knots, runway 23, clear line.
MPS, you cleared land.
Good day, Orange 3 Golf. Passing flight of 180 for 160 direct Lukiti.
Orange 39 Golf, Athena, descend level 100, lofty 1, Juliet, expect VOR DME 23.
Descending flight of 100, expect lofty 1 Juliet, VOR
Hoping that's giving him enough space.
For Orange 3 Golf.
Range.
Nordic 98042, do you have the field inside?
Okay, so he's about 7 miles, that's good, I'm happy with that then. Let's get her in.
Negative.
So let's target that.
Roger, advise when you have it.
DOR lock mode.
I give information on that.
Okay, David 350, Athena radar contact, welcome.
Those fixed rings are ridiculous.
Thessaloniki QNH 1007.
Alright, blocked. We will send them for.
Descent to 5000 QNH 1007.
1007 down to 5000. We will send them for.
What, slight offset approach.
544, climb level 240.
Level 240.
You're down.
544.
Adrian 10 Charlie, fly heading 170.
Full flat.
Nordic 98040, at the field.
Yes, I have the field inside.
42.
Nordic 98042, the wind is 150 at 5 knots, runway 09, clear land.
Clear to land, runway 09, Nordic 9040.
2-3 Alpha, face out.
Face out,
Alice 165's final 2-3 Kavala.
Alpha 2, backtrack 3.
Alright.
That's 651.
Affirm.
Yep, roger, that's copied. We actually hit the runway to request backtrack by Alpha.
Approve as requested.
Roger, manufacturer return of Alpha.
Viking 1511.
Can't get in.
Viking 1511. You were cleared for 340. You want a different altitude?
We had 350 and 59, I believe.
I can't give you that for direction of flight, only even flight level.
Alright, then we'll take 340, Viking 1511, thank you.
Alright.
Osprey 165's 5 mile final 2-3 Kavala.
165, continue approach. Wind is 250 at 6 knots.
Roger, we'll continue and we're final approach speed already at Osprey 165.
Osprey 1770, clear the AYD me to treat descent according to the procedure.
I'll hand fly this.
Report fine.
Oh, Justin.
OR
Oh, good.
Report final, Osprey 1770.
Lufthansa 18 from Juliet, 2990.
All brakes set and armed.
Please talk Netherlands, Lufthansa 8 uniform Juliet.
Flaps set for landing. Landing green. Autopilot off. Auto throttle on.
To Athena, you're ready to contact the sun flight level 250.
And TRP set go around.
Agent 10 Charlie, descent to 6000, QNH 1008.
Okay. Final approach checks complete.
Sierra Radar, hello, Osprey 585, passing through flight level 170.
Osprey 585, Athena, descent level 100, squawk 7243.
Check.
Squawk 7243.
Hopefully we're given enough time for MPS to get off the ground.
Descent flight level 100, Osprey 585.
Osprey 165, clear land runway 23.
A lot of work with the clear land 23, thanks, Osprey 165.
Orange 39.
Yeah, a lot of work going on with the wind here.
According to the procedure, report fine.
Clear to your DME vendor 23, and we will descend by the procedure and we will report on final order and see how to go.
Osprey 585, your radar contact, Lopty 1 Juliet X.
Beautiful approach, look at this.
Lopty 1 Juliet, and expect runway 23, Osprey 585.
3.
Express 651, clear to take off runway 34, wind 020 to 13 knots.
400.
Express 651, wind 020 to 13 knots, runway 34, clear to take off.
Clear to take off runway 34,
300.
Agent 10 Charlie, fly heading 130.
200.
Heading 130, Express 774, heading 070, descend 4000.
Heading 070, descend to 4000.
100.
Looking ahead.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Osprey 595.
Oh, it's a firm one.
Alpha 1, stand off your choice, good day.
Reverse. Have a quick listen.
Osprey 598, taxi by Alpha 1, stand off your choice, good day.
Nothing's coming out on your radio, MPS.
And Osprey 598, you on this frequency?
I'm trying to raise him for you.
It's fine, just let him know he could continue now for Alpha 1, that's fine. Windmill 5422, you are clear for the Mallet 1 Delta arrival. I expect the VOR approach runway 24.
Mallet 1 Delta and the VOR approach 24 with me 5422, thank you.
Agent 10 Charlie, descent 3000. Nordic 9042, turn left when able, taxi via Alpha, stand
Okay, master
5.
caution, APU gen off and all pressure low. Let's
Yeah,
cancel
taxi
that.
Alpha to stand 5 for Nordic 9042.
Please not take Alpha, Nordic 90.
23 Alpha, backtrack runway 01.
Backtrack 01,
Andrea radar speed 4 Hotel Tango, Tango Hotel with you, and flight level 250.
Report Tango Hotel, Athena radar contact, welcome.
Radar, Calimera, Ocean 1254, level 370.
That's going to be a real firm touchdown, I know it.
Athena, I need to file a flight plan.
Philadelphia 1861, request push start.
2018 from Juliet, turn right to enable, contact Quirky ground on 121705.
Leave runway to the right and then ground on 1.
Near the motors.
05. Thanks for an excellent service. Lufthansa 8 uniform Juliet.
Thanks for flying, see you. Transavia 1861, push facing north.
We're looking for Jay.
Pushing facing north, Transavia 1861.
Otherwise 9005, monitor Unicom, see you.
Has he already gone over? Yes, there is.
Alright, Kia 412, monitor Unicom, good day.
Unicom, what you say? Thank you very much. Helena, Santiago.
0507 Alpha, descent flight level 250.
250 is here, 500.
Hello again, 119 and phone, correct, clear, 2
Express 774, left turn 300, cleared for the RMP Zulu 34.
Right, after landing, flaps up, speed, brakes, retracted, auto brake off.
And the aircraft calling for clearance, what's your call sign?
Transponder as required, POS lights to POS, landing lights off, nose lights on, APU start, APU air on, done that, anti-ice as required, engine ignition mode off.
120 squawk 645.
Oh, I forgot to set that onto both. That was lucky. Weather radar off. Ah,
chopping it. Set of approved. Q&H is 1009.
Q&H 1009, set up as approved. 119
Osprey 165, taxi by Alpha Alpha 1, stand up for your choice, good day.
Alpha Alpha 1 standard choice, thanks to the ATC, Osprey 165.
Osprey 585, cleared via DME 23, descend according to the procedure, report final on the QNH 1007.
TCAS standby.
KCOR 23,
weather
and,
off.
Follow procedure, we'll report on final QNH 1007, Osprey 585.
Let's have a quick listen externally for a moment at the noise.
Airman 750, Papa monitor Unicom today. Engine 286 up the United is 120 about runway 03 right at Delta, minus section 50 gun.
Signal 03 right, agent 2.
Airman 651, you're right at contact 511 3.
Look at that.
I don't know. I turned left when I came out, thinking I'll take left.
Ciao, bene, prepare Victor Papa, place level 370, about to left.
Papa and 35, Victor Romeo, Athena, squawk 7230.
Squawk 7230, Alpine, prepare Victor Papa.
The sounds are really good, aren't they? They are so good.
Descends like level 150 with level 542.
Agent 1 to Sierra Charlie, left turn at 060, cleared Alice X.
They're off, they're off, they're off. That's all set.
Athena radar, good evening. Comjet 86 Plaza 370 parent.
Sun Express 4 Foxtrot Zulu, descend flight level 21 is around monitor Unicom here.
Athena radar, sky level 262, flight level 350, Unicom, Victor.
Sun Express 4 Foxtrot Zulu, descend flight level 21.
There's our first look at Kavala Airport. Hey, there's Badger.
210 will monitor Unicom. 128. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Comjet 6686 Athena, you're radar contact, welcome. Ocean 1254 Athena, you also radar contact, welcome. Sky Travel 2262.
So, where's MPS? I've got no idea. I'll go for stand 3, I think.
Stand by, please. Sky Travel 2262 Athena, squawk 7264. Osprey 1770, clear line runway 23 wind 25069.
Start to land runway 230, or runway 23, Osprey 1770.
0544, you are radar contact, climb level 350.
Oh, my touchdown's not bad actually. According to Elevatex, minus 285 foot per minute.
Welcome. AGM 286, radar contact, climb level 320.
Climb level 320, AGM 326.
Agent 10 Charlie, wind 10 jet 10 National 03 left, clear land. Agent 6
Here comes
from
Kimmy.
Papa, descend flight level 190.
Score. Off he goes. Million miles an hour.
7 Mike Echo, Athena, squawk 7253.
See if we can catch one of his touchdowns.
7 Mike Echo, Athena, squawk
The
7253.
noise. Look at that.
Tree Alpha clear for takeoff, 01, wind 360 at 5 knots. Prepare 774 at land runway 34, wind 310 at 12 knots.
Runway 34 for advance, we've been some defaults.
Transavia 1861, ready for taxi.
Transavia 1861, taxi to holding point Alpha 1.
Holding point Alpha 1, Transavia 1861.
Yeah, hello, Gen 678, hold
If you gen off.
Gen 678, Athena wind 10 at 10 knots, 0 right, clear for takeoff.
Left side of 0 right, Gen 778.
Not a failure of the APU then.
Correction. Air creep 1 Charlie Foxtrot, 03 right, after
Okay, 1 Charlie Foxtrot, Athena Roger, break with here, Malta 6230, Athena Squawk 7274. With here, Malta 6230, Athena Squawk 7274.
Just got 721 for German taxi 260. Athena control living for 02 is ready.
Here he comes.
Taxi instructions for runway 34.
Zavia 1861.
Is that an old tri-style LO110, 1011?
To Rowan, and we take off too if you don't mind.
Right, let's go to
Backtrack for now, break Olympic 402, Athena backtrack 34.
just before we park, and then we need to then troubleshoot our APU a wee bit.
Saudi 174 SC, now you're radar contact, welcome.
Viking 199 requesting.
199.7.
Model match is a tie, A320 for some reason. Some update 3's done some weird stuff to my model matching.
And A0507 now for the sun flight level 150, expect to be a wire Bravo.
Lovely job.
Wait, retreat.
Is it meant to be a TUI? An Osprey? Yes, isn't it?
Gen 678, get radar contact, climb level 360.
Climb level 360, then 678.
Agree 1 Charlie Foxtrot, wind 10 10 knots from 02 right, clear for takeoff.
Good takeoff, 0 right, creep 1 Charlie Foxtrot.
023 Alpha, radar contact, climb level 350.
350,
Osprey 1770, taxi by Alpha, Alpha 1, establish good choice.
Alpha 1,
Maybe all the FS LTL stuff's broken again.
Red 774, taxi straight ahead, Alpha 4, Charlie, stand 7.
Alpha 4, Charlie.
On FS LTL.
Windmill 542 to descend at 6,000, QNH 1010.
6,110.
We wonder if we'll get APU gen off when we revert back from engine power.
Level 1980. Once here, Charlie contact Athens ground on 121755.
Heart brake set. Oh, I'm that again, haven't I? Crikey. Right, what's going on with this? So, APU's got power. Okay, well I'm happy with that then. That means we'll just end up with the system.
6402, clear for takeoff, runway 34.
Norm, air on, master run. Good.
Clear for takeoff, runway 34, Olympic 402, thank you.
What the?
1861, clear for takeoff, runway 01.
Parking brake didn't work.
Clear for takeoff, runway 01.
Let's do a power back.
Orange 300 golf, red left, which is flat, right, 6 knots.
Brakes. Now where's the bloody park brake switch? I can't see it, I can hear it clunk.
507 off, the QMHS entry
Oh.
is 1008.
I'm literally braking. What the? Where's the physical park brake lever? Because my parking brake suddenly is not working on this jet. Where's the bloody thing? On the tiller.
One Charlie Foxtrot, you're radar contact, climb level 320.
Level 320, actually,
What on earth? Tell you what, we'll hold her on the brakes. Shout out about chops.
Good evening, Top Squid, 36 number Whiskey Lord, 350 with you.
Process 36 November Whiskey, Athena radar contact, welcome.
Lovely job. Is there a
Tanzania 1861 radar contact, climb level 340.
Quite a bit too short.
Climb flight level 340 up Tanzania 186.
I tried. Anti-collision lights on should give us chops. Now if I let go of the parking brake, the brakes. Lovely job.
Olympic 105, descend flight level 200,
Crikey.
barracks 1, Quebec arrival.
Right, aircraft services, forward and main.
Engine 6 Romeo Papa, quid coding 2 Delta, expected VOR Zulu 24, descend level 100.
100, correct Zulu 24, and visual approach, BM 600.
Roger, you can expect that.
I've been trying.
Get out of the cockpit for 5 minutes.
Sure, let me know when you're back.
Yes, copy that.
Okay, now it works. Not click. I had to use my mouse wheel. What?
We're at 2064 Athena radar contact, welcome.
Yeah, I'm
sorry, what's the call sign?
Scandinavia 350 requesting business.
Scandinavia 350, descend flight level 170.
170, Scandinavia 350.
Right, well, we're not going to have that work then either, are we? Forward stairs.
Olympic 402 radar contact, climb level 230.
Climbing 230, Olympic 402.
Lovely jubbly.
Messina Golf, gated 62.
Orange 39 Golf taxi by Foxtrot Alpha 1 departing today.
I'm going to try something with model matching real quick. Some rules.
Osprey 585, clear runway 23. The wind is 250 at 6 knots.
What the?
Runway 23, Osprey 585.
So that means Sim Update 3 is broken FSLTL and the model matching within it. Let's just have a quick look here.
Delta Echo X-ray, descend level 100 and expect.
There's the rear stairs. I don't think so, Ancient Dino.
Top 6, top 2 stars, 36 number whiskey with you back in the cockpit.
Ah, we're out. Oh.
Roger.
Oh.
Viking 1997, ready for departure. Viking 1997, the wind
Little
is
peekaboo.
16 knots, only 29 right clear for takeoff.
There we go.
29 right clear for takeoff, 1997.
What a jet. Let's have a little look at Kavala Airport, shall we? MMM Simulations, new aeroplanes. Shame we can't get the people walking out. What's it? Is there a keybind for parking brake? Is it like Control P or something like that? I might try that.
Engine 6, Romeo Papa, descent to 6,000, cushion 7,000, the K1H1005.
Little arrivals lounge.
We have the airport inside, touching right and visual approach.
Engine 6, Romeo Papa, continue on your present heading for now. I'm going to give you the approach from the left side.
We'll have a look at our landing score in a moment.
For Tango Hotel, one Nabo flight direct to Mike Echo C.
Nice, I was going to say, that looks like marble. You could just click it again to disable the alarm. There's Alexander the Great. person this airport is named after. There's some of the busy options there. BY527, BY5727 to London Gatwick, being one of those options, and also 7703 to Birmingham.
Agent 6 Romeo Papa, fly heading 060.
Nice. The dog's going absolutely mad, I think, because there's a zapper flies out.
0507 Alpha, it cleared for land runway 33, the wind
What we got, let's see. It's a tiny airport, so there's not actually that much to see.
At 5 knots.
Random M'M Simulations logo on the building.
We
Glass in the windows a little bit. It's rubbish, but...
With the 507 Alpha, it's up to you. If you want to fly the missed approach or make a right downwind for runway 33.
Looks like an interior.
Roger. Right. Downwind for 33.
Icelandair.
Roger.
I feel like we're just getting like random airlines all of a sudden.
3000.
That looked like a great touchdown. Is that one of us?
And the 5422 and 280 to 15 knots, runway 24 clear line. Olympic 402, turn left to quirky, kilo Romeo kilo.
Turn left, kilo Romeo kilo.
Little hay bales. Let me just turn this up a second.
Foxtrot Alpha 1 Alpha to parking today.
Oh yeah, that was the wrong way.
Taxi Foxtrot Alpha 1 to parking.
Yeah, so all of my FSLTL models are all broken from Sim Update 3 then. Is everyone else like that?
Viking 1997, climb level 240.
Class Audible 240, Viking 1997.
Military base.
Athena Radar Ocean 1254, request to leave the cockpit for 5 minutes.
Ocean 1254, before you go, you clear for the Cobra 1 mic, expect RMP 32, and when ready, descend level 15.
Jay says it's a bit random for you as well, so yours is a bit broken as well.
Cleared for the Copper 1 mic.
Oh, look at this.
RMP runway 33, and cleared to descend when ready.
Well, those models are a bit naff.
Ocean 1254.
It's a runway 32.
Yeah, they're rubbish.
Sorry, my mistake. Runway 32.
Nice little helicopter and a little fire training ground there though. What else? I mean, this is why I was kind of really looking forward to this approach for 2-3. Look how stunning that would have looked. Look at that. Beautiful approach. Over the sandbar.
Saudi 9014, monitor Unicom's here.
Roger, Unicom monitor.
Then you got the approach runway lighting, high intensity approach lights, which is why this would be the preferential runway system. But that's kind of it, there's not really much to see, is there? It's a tiny, tiny little airport, it's not really used very much. Except for a few departures and things. Let's have a look at this.
Can you repeat the
Ropox 1 Quebec.
Ropox 1 Quebec,
It's good going, MPS. You did stop responding to air traffic control though. I don't know if your radio's broke or something.
Wind is variable at 5 knots.
Quickly just change the time. See what it looks like at night. I don't think he did. Oh, okay, fair enough. They sent MPS to Unicom. Ah, gotcha. I didn't hear that bit.
And tasting all gas. I'm closing at the top.
Little fueling farm. There's the airport, folks.
696, you broke up, but if you're asking to step away, you can monitor Unicom today.
Super bright inside.
Bye. Scandinavia 350, descend flight level 110.
Yeah, pretty nice, as always. With an M'M Simulations scenery, they're usually pretty good, aren't they?
Travel Service 5002, descend 4000, Quirky QNH1009.
And actually, it's been a long time, but how good was that Mad Dog flight? That was so fun. Very, very good to fly again after some time of kind of getting a head around it. Issue with the parking brakes, probably a keybind issue more than anything else. Let's have a look to see how well we've done with Blue Sky. Tracking the flight as always.
8 Kilo Echo, descend level 100. Descend level 100, 8 Kilo Echo.
£11,000 profit, 9.85 off center line takeoff and an average touchdown. Firmer. But I'm still happy with that. There's our little approach.
0278 Athena, you are radar contact.
And there's the island of Thassos, just a tiny little ferry hop away from Kavala.
0278, climb level 35.
Big thank you as always to our air traffic controllers in Greece and also Birmingham for the 5 seconds that we called up for. Hope you guys have all enjoyed today's live stream as well. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe if you've not done so already. And hope you enjoy, certainly if you're having a bank holiday weekend this weekend, I hope you enjoy a really nice extended weekend. But in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for flying along today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks for watching.
6511 to Unicam today.